Hey guys, it's Crystal. I'm really sorry for the bad lighting. There's only so much I can do when I'm here at night and there's no daylight around. Plus, going downstairs and potentially waking up the boys is just not an option. Anyways, today was a really bad day. The worst day since the worst day I've had in many years, actually. It may actually be number one worst day I've had, and I hope that I don't have any more, because today was really bad. I've been stuck in a string of bad weather getting out of New Mexico into Arizona. I am in Arizona now, and for the life of me, I've been trying to figure out like where I am, and I just don't know. I stopped off somewhere and like I don't know where I am right now. But I went to Walmart this morning since we had parked at Walmart last night, and I was really nervous about the night before because my truck alarm had went off twice, and it made me really nervous. And so you guys had a lot of great suggestions, and so I'm really thankful for that. I did get some wasp spray, and actually it says that this shoots up to 27 feet, like holy crap. So they don't even have to be in close proximity to me for me to hurt them with this. And you guys are right, I had looked this up and this could do some serious damage to someone. So this will be by my door and in my truck when I travel. I didn't test it out or anything because I had tested out pepper spray a few years ago. I just sprayed pepper spray and the wind like backlashed me and I was like crying because of it. But on top of that, I bought a gun. Some of you had suggested to get a gun, and so I did. But don't worry, it's a BB gun. It has steel BBs in it, but I mean, like, honestly, if you didn't know, this looks like a real gun, right? So if someone were to come up to me, they would probably feel very threatened if I whipped this out. And I have a pretty decent aim with a gun, a real gun, so I haven't really shot this, though I assume it wouldn't be too different. So maybe I could like poke someone's eye out or something, right? But I bought this and some extra BBs and some CO2 tanks that go in the cartridge. So that is my plan for safety right now. I mean, I have my pocket knife and stuff too, but that was it. Oh, I also got a smartphone with Verizon, so I still have my same number, but I have been calling and texting, especially texting so many people, and like some of you, that T9 texting, I couldn't even respond fast enough with like what was going on or how fast that they had responded to me. And there's just being alone, there's just a lot of benefits to having a smartphone. So I did switch back up to a smartphone, and it cost the same amount of money. I had to pay for the phone, which wasn't that much because it's a pay-as-you-go cheapy smartphone. Anyways, so I do feel safer with the gun and the wasp spray. I don't know where I am. I'm at a J.C. Penney's parking lot because I tried to park at Walmart across the street. I went in to go ask. By the way, if you're doing that, you should always go in and ask. So I did, and they said no, I could not park there overnight, even though when I looked it up on my smartphone, it did say overnight parking was allowed, but they told me it wasn't, and so they told me I could park across the street with there's some other truckers around, and there's like tons of Border Patrol trucks around here. So that's where we're at. But I did not get to that YouTuber's house. She's about 50 miles west of me. I just couldn't make it. This morning I had left and I was like, we're gonna be there around 4:30, and it'll be fine. She had called me this morning and told me that her husband had to have surgery today because of an incident that happened yesterday, and I immediately was like, is seriously just my luck that this happens? And I was like, maybe it's just my bad luck that she offered to help me and like this happened. I mean, not really, but I mean, that's how crazy my mind is right now. I think she just texted me, but I might just end up going there tomorrow. But today was such a bad day. I just broke down. I literally had a mental breakdown and a panic attack. I couldn't breathe well. I pulled over at a truck stop, and I mean, it was bad. It was really bad, and it went on for about 3 hours. I called my best friend, and I called 2 YouTubers, and one, Don, he is actually a counselor, so he was one of the people that I had called, but a lot of really, really dark thoughts going through my head today. Thoughts that I never thought that I could possibly have, especially because I have children. But they were there, and they were really strong, and it scared the crap out of me. Because I don't want to have thoughts like that going down a dark road, you know? This is just a lot harder than I thought it would be. It is not hard to travel with the kids in the RV. I typically always drove anyways, and like most of you know, because of my videos, I basically did everything anyways. So I know how to do everything and take care of stuff and repair things and ask for help when I don't, you know. Derek didn't really do much at all, which is horrible to say, but I mean, it's true. That part is not hard. I'm totally comfortable pulling the fifth wheel, getting to places and pulling in and out of truck stops or Walmarts or even campgrounds, and hooking up and all that. What's hard is the emotional part. I'm still wrapping my head around, like, what has really taken place, and like, this is my life right now, like, being a single mom to two kids on the road, like, literally, I don't even, like, in the middle of nowhere, you know. And I feel incredibly alone and abandoned, and it really sucks. And today it got to me. It set me off. I called Derek's mom just to see like how he was doing, which I shouldn't have done, and I heard he was doing pretty bad. I mean, like, making more poor choices kind of thing. And it just, I mean, after I got off the phone with her, I was reeling, and it was just, so many thoughts were in my head, like, my kids aren't gonna have a dad anymore because, like, he doesn't even care about them. And, you know, he's tried to call me and text me, but not one time, not once has he asked about his kids. And that just really affected me a lot. And just to hear that he's making more poor choices really, really sent me down a spiral. And I mean, I had a panic attack bad, and some really, really dark thoughts of just, I just don't want to deal with this anymore. It hurts so much. So I would never, ever wish this pain upon anyone. It is awful. It is the worst feeling in the world. It like literally feels like half of me is dead. Like, and the other half that isn't dead is just clinging on to life by a thread, you know? It's awful. It's a horrible, horrible feeling, and I wouldn't wish this upon anyone. But, I mean, those feelings, and just, I really, really can't believe that the man I've been with for 14 years has literally abandoned his wife and kids. And he knows that I have, like, no one. And it really got to me today. It really just kind of, threw me for another loop, because, I wasn't expecting to feel this serious of emotions and thoughts, you know? So, I did call my best friend and was on the phone with her for quite a while, and then I called a couple of other people. Anyways, my best friend has offered to fly down tomorrow if I can find an airport to get close to. And I have to find a place to disconnect, but I mean, she's offered to fly down immediately because my emotional state is that bad. And I know, like, in previous videos I've basically held it together, and I felt like, for the most part so far, I've handled this quite well. But like today, like, my emotions just caught up with me, and it just came crashing down, like, really, really hard and fast. So yeah, today was a really bad day, a really, really bad day. And I realized just in talking to some people that being somewhere for a night or 2 nights and then moving on is just really not good for me right now, because, like, I literally have no one around. I have my 2 kids who are 2 and 4 and don't understand the situation, so it's not like I can have real conversation with them and talk to them. And even if they weren't 2 and 4 and they were teenagers, I would not feel comfortable talking to them about their father and how badly he's hurt me, you know, because he's still their dad. Anyways, I called the place that I'm supposed to be at February 1st in Southern California to see if I could get in there earlier, and I can't. And as a matter of fact, he said that he doesn't even know if he'll still have a spot available for me February 1st. And I was like, yep, of course. I mean, yeah, this is just going right along with everything else that's been happening. Like, of course I don't have a place to stay in February, you know? And I was thinking about, I don't know. It's just, there was a good church that was in that area, and that's why I wanted to go there so badly. I so desperately need physical people around me, and just, like, adults, you know, to talk to about this, preferably Christian adults, who aren't going to be as harsh in the conversation about what Derek has done, because I just, you know, I have my own thoughts about it, and I don't need other people's thoughts, because mine are pretty bad of him right now. So I just don't need more of that in my head, you know. I need to work on me right now, and I can't do that if I keep driving like this, and I keep going on the road and driving however long. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know what to do right now. And today just really got to me. I don't think I've ever had a panic attack or a mental breakdown like that in my entire life. And I've had some really crappy things happen, like some super crappy things happen. But yeah, today took the cake for me just completely losing my mind and thinking about doing some really stupid things. So I did, while I was at Walmart, I bought a journal, because I know some of you guys had suggested that I just, like, write down my feelings and such. So I do plan on doing that. I'm I'm typically a journal type person anyways. I keep journals for my boys, and I have since they were born, just to tell them, as you know, as time goes on, like the stages that they've been through, and how much of pain they've been when they were little, or how much joy they bring me, and just stuff like that. So while it's fresh, and then I plan on giving it to them whenever they get married. But so I typically usually keep journals, but I haven't been journaling throughout this process, and maybe it might help. But I think what I really need is just to be around people and stop traveling. You know, I so wish that I could go back to Illinois, but no matter who I talk to or what I want to do, there's just literally nowhere for me to go and stay in a house and be warm and such. So I just don't have a choice. I have to stay out here, and even right now is freaking cold outside. And I think I'm at the southern part of Oregon. Like Mexico is really close, because there's so much border patrol people around here. It's crazy. But I don't know. I need to figure it out. My best friend called, and she's like, well, you have a smartphone now. It can tell you your location, which I didn't know. So I will look that up later and let her know, because she's concerned about me, as she should be at this point. Anyways, I wanted to just reiterate how grateful and thankful I am for all you YouTube viewers. You guys literally are the only family that I have right now, and that's really sad. That's really sad. And you guys are the only support system that I have, like in every way possible, emotionally, spiritually, financially. You guys are the only support system I have, because I don't have anyone else, and it freaking sucks. I was so happy whenever Derek and I had children, because I was like, we have a real family, and that's something I've never had. I've never had a real family, and I was like, it's gonna start here, where our boys are gonna have really cool parents, and they're gonna have kids, and they're gonna have great grandparents, and we're gonna be a close-knit family, and you know, no more of this estranged family ties, like no more of that, because I so just want a close family. And crap hit the fan, and I'm in this position, and it sucks so bad. Words can't even tell you. I know some of you have sent me emails saying that you've been through the same thing, and I know that you have, but it's slightly different being on the road in an RV with absolutely no one around you to help you. It's really lonely and extremely stressful, because your own thoughts will eat you alive, and it sucks bad. I got my Bible out today, and I plan on reading that and listening to some sermons tonight, and hopefully I'll be a lot more calm in the morning than I have been today. And a lot of you have messaged me, and I have not gotten back to you, but you are really concerned that Derek has access to my PayPal or my account. We do not have a joint account. Well, we do, but I don't touch that. I have my own account that PayPal is connected to. I don't know why. He never said anything about it, so he just let me keep my own. So don't worry about him taking any of the money. I do have enough, if I spend it wisely, to be okay for like 3 months or so. And that's all due to you guys, and I'm so thankful. So I need to put into action what I'm gonna do throughout this process. But I thank you guys for being so awesome, and I love you guys a lot, and thank you so much for being here for me. Bye.